Well, hi. Today is Friday, September 26, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. And we have entered now into day 3 of Todd's theme music held hostage, as we do not have, apparently, the copyright rights to use this. So, okay. I'm finding that I'm not really missing it all that much. And all right, so let's just go on without it. I don't need the headache. I don't need to really understand what's happening either. I'd mentioned yesterday that what they're claiming is complaints about copyright usage has a different title than what I have on that particular song. So what's specifically going on in the background, I have no idea. However, I'm just going to move on, and we'll just leave it at that. I also want to pass along some information, and it was just posted on social media the other day about Foxco Fabrication, one of our supporters here on Morning Coffee, that they're going to be taking custom orders again very soon. They've had to pause for a while. There were some medical issues going on. Well, that's been taken care of, and very, very happy to hear that. And they're catching up on previous orders. They still have signs in stock that you can order. They'll also have some mugs and cups, but they'll be taking custom orders again very soon. Looks like on November 1st is when they'll do that. But in the meantime, you can go to foxcofab.com and take a look at all the projects that they have going on there as well. Coming up today, we're going to talk with Julie Wyssman from My Nurse Healthcare, and Julie's going to talk about her Refill My Cup event that is on the way in October. And you can still get tickets. It's going to be at the Warehouse Event Center in Council Bluffs again, the same as her spring version of Refill My Cup. And lots of great speakers, lots of great vendors. Should be a wonderful day. And that is going to be the topic on today's show, and we're looking forward to that. Also, here is another note. It looks like the Mile Away is not going to be open for lunch today on this Friday, September 26th. They are not going to be open for lunch today. However, they'll be back with you again on Tuesday, because typically they are open for lunch Tuesday through Friday, and then open regular hours on the weekends, and then they open back up again at 4. This is the go-to spot for great food and even better company, a family-run bar and grill for go-to mouth-watering wings, unbeatable weekly specials, and a welcoming atmosphere that feels like home. You can stay up to date on everything that's going on at the Mile Away by following them on Facebook. Just search for the Mile Away Council Bluffs, and you'll find them, and be able to keep updated on everything that's happening. It's the Mile Away, where great food and great people come together. Old Lincoln Highway, north of Council Bluffs. Time to check in this morning with Julie Wyssman with My Nurse Healthcare and a dozen other businesses around town. Good to see you, Julie.
Good to see you too.
Well, before we jump in too far, you decided that you weren't busy enough, so you started a farmer's market. How's that been going this year?
It's good. It's slow and steady. And we just wanted to add something to Saturday mornings when it's a little cooler out. As we've gone through the season, and this Saturday is our last Saturday that we're getting together. It's grown. We've had a couple days where the Husker game was early, so we didn't have as much participation as we would have liked, but we've got a lot of interest for next year. So we're excited for that. People had already kind of set their summer plans in place where they were going to market. So we kind of came to the game late, but it's been overall very good, and we're excited for next year.
Yeah, it should be. I think it's a great addition. I like the fact that it's on a different day, and busy highway. I mean, you're right there, so you get plenty of visibility with people coming by with that. Let's talk about, let's turn the clock back a little ways, because it was close to a month, it was a little over a month ago that you had an open house there at your new facility. How did that go?
Actually, it was just last week.
Oh, it was September. Why? Here's me. I've been doing nothing but talking about October. So I had October in my head. I knew it was in September. No, it was you just had it recently. Okay.
Yeah, it was last Wednesday, and it was fantastic. We had live music by Joe Lulo, and he's part of River Willow Duo. And we had the 712 Initiative block party trailer. It was so cool. We had kids out coloring and running around and just music and lots of good food. Breeze Bakery did our desserts. It was fantastic. So we had a great turnout. It was a full house and full outside. And the Miners Healthcare and the Vitality IV hydration teams worked really hard to get this all up and going. And the WellNest is open. So
That's the next thing I was about to talk about. That is the WellNest, which I think is a great name, great play on words, and it's very, very catchy.
yeah, we wanted to call this building something because there's two businesses housed out of here, but the common thread is wellness. So we love the owl, and the owl is in most all of our logos somewhere. And we just wanted to come up with something catchy. And if you drive by 229 Bennett Ave, you'll see we have our new vinyl, all of our logos up on the front of the building, and it looks so cool. And the patio is coming along nicely, and we're very, very proud of it.
Well, how's everything going with Miners Healthcare? You've been very busy. I know that always adding different clients and different areas of service. So, how's everything been going there?
Very good. We are super busy. We're actually hiring for strong CNA candidates. We have all agencies are up and going. We're in Clarinda, Red Oak, Shenandoah, Council Bluffs, all have brick and mortar locations, and then we serve a lot of the other remote communities as well. So we're doing great, and we're helping people to stay home a little bit longer and stay out of places that may have a lot of COVID or just illnesses and viruses, and just keep people mentally happy a little bit longer as long as they're safe to be at home.
I think it was very smart of what you did with this and putting a focus on the more rural communities, because let's be honest, it is in these areas that I think people really want more to be able to stay at home. They're more heavily invested in the place that they have called home for decades. And the fact that you are bringing your services to them, personally, I think was a really smart business call and an underserved part of the area as well.
Yeah, we really believe that. And the same thing with the veterans demographic. Unfortunately, there is not a lot of resources to help pay for in-home care. It's all private pay or long-term care insurance. And we are VA partnered now, so we can bill VA for care for the veterans, but there's not a lot of resources, and we want to bring some of those resources that we are lucky enough to have up in the cities to some of the more rural areas with the same quality as what we have up here.
So is that the next thing you're going to do then, is start a campaign to raise awareness to that and start reaching out to government officials and making all those changes?
Oh man, if I could, I would. I would.
You
I
have
would.
been you have been busy, very busy, working on the Refill My Cup coming up this fall and coming up less than a month away on October 17th. How's the planning been going for that? Where are things at?
Very good. McKenna Hannafin and Kelly Cadell are instrumental in helping me do this. Kathy Hannafin is spearheading our silent auction committee. We're having a good time. These two events that we do. We do one in the spring and one in the fall. We really enjoy putting these together, and we even more love to be there. If you're a lover of conferences, this is it. I mean, this is 50% personal development, 50% professional development, but there's something for everybody there. We have 6 speakers. We have a DJ. We even have a comedian this fall. And it's just people sharing their stories and strategies on how they have gotten through, gotten over, gotten past personal struggles, barriers, anything. And it's you'll be laughing and you'll be crying and you're going to leave there fulfilled. And it's just a great day. And we also give businesses a chance to come in too and be able to tell about what they do and services they provide and goods they sell. So we have a lot of vendors, a lot of really cool vendors that are going to be showcasing their art or their goods or their services. And they get a ticket to the day too, and everybody gets to be together. And it's just a really neat experience. And I wish that we had more things like this. It's so fun, and we just enjoy coming to it too,
Do you
being
still
participants too.
do you still have space for any more vendors to be in there? Is it filled out already?
We do. We have, I think, 4 more spots for vendors. That's it. And then we do have participant tickets available. So, yeah. So we have a Eventbrite page where you can find it on Eventbrite. You can find it on the Miners Healthcare page, and you can also find it as its own event on Facebook. Or you can call us and we can send you a link to. The vendor tickets are only $100, and you get your logo on the back of our shirts. You get a ticket to the entire day, and you get a chance to display your business as well. And then the participant tickets are $60. So that's pretty great for lunch, some great snacks. Breeze Bakery is doing all of our goodies again, and we're just excited. It's just such a fun time, and it's a Friday, so get a long weekend.
Do you is getting vendors connected into the event, is that also on your website? Can people find a link there, or how do they do that?
It's all in the same place. So when you go into Eventbrite, you're either going to select the ticket for the vendor or the ticket for the participant.
So you can find those links on minershealthcare.com and go and get your tickets before they're gone, because this, as you talked about, Julie, this is a popular event. And usually what happens is that people wait, they're seeing what their schedule is, and say, oh, wait a minute, I forgot to get those tickets. And then a surge comes in and then they're gone. So don't wait. If you are going to go, now's the time to get your tickets. And again, that is at minershealthcare.com. You'll find all of the links there. Well, if that's not enough, you have a senior resource fair coming up, don't you?
Yes. There's 4 groups that are working to put on a Pottawattamie County Senior Resource Fair. It's us, Chapters, Senior Living, Care Initiatives, Hospice, and Assisted Living Locators. And what we're going to do is we're all going to get together on the 23rd of October from 11 to 3 at St. John Lutheran Church here in Council Bluffs on Willow Ave. And it's free for seniors, the elderly. I say seniors sometimes and people think seniors in high school, but this is just an aging resource. So it's free, and there's goodie bags and there's drawings and all kinds of fun stuff. And a lot of the local businesses in our community that serve Pottawattamie County are going to be there to talk to you and for you to ask questions. And it's a great way to have some one-on-one conversations about things that maybe you didn't know about, or maybe you wanted some more information on. You're going to be able to have those one-to-one conversations immediately right then.
I think also it's a great reminder. You talked about having the conversations. We need to do that because oftentimes it's something that we don't think about until it's critical that we have to have those services.
Right.
And by that point, it can be a little more difficult to find all the information because you don't have time to process everything and make sure that you're making the right choice for you or someone in your family. That's why, just as an informational standpoint, I think it's incredibly valuable.
Yeah. And anytime we're reactive, our pocketbook feels that. So if we can be proactive and we start looking at housing, we start looking at home care, we start looking at those resources, we're going to learn a lot more and find different ways to save money versus doing something on the fly is always going to cost you a lot more than if you're strategic.
Yeah, it's a really good way of looking at it. And I'm guilty of it too, that if something comes up and if I need it right away, then I'm under the gun. I don't have time to truly do the research that I need to do. I just need to make a decision and go. And you're right. oftentimes that can lead to a lot more hardships, financial and otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Absolutely.
Well, if you, as we mentioned, if you would like to attend the Refill My Cup, are you still calling it the Pumpkin Spice Edition?
The fall one we do.
Oh, man. that's my joke, is that, fall used to be my favorite time of year until somebody went and invented pumpkin spice flavor, and it just ruined it for everybody. But
Yep.
I get it.
We thought it'd be catchy.
Yeah, well, and it is, because I understand. I'm in the minority here. Most people like it. People wait around for the coffee shops, to start doing the pumpkin spice and everything else. So, which is Jay's Coffee doing pumpkin spice? Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Well, listen, Julie, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for all the hard work that you put in. Thanks for being such a wonderful resource in the community. It's in communities our size and in the more rural places, it's about giving back, and that actually helps you grow your business. That's how it works here. And you are, lack of a better way to put it, you're a poster child for it. You are somebody to look up to watch on how to effectively do these kind of things. So thank you very much for what it is that you're doing. Thank you for your time once again, and for your support in what it is that I'm doing. You've been an advocate of mine since the beginning. So grateful. And I'm looking forward to some of these events you have coming up.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm starting to get really close to filling up a notebook that I've had for a while. And I was just looking through this notebook here and seeing some of the different places that I've used it. This is actually some notes that I took when I was helping the Iowa High School Sports Network broadcast some state tournament baseball games in Carroll, Iowa. This was, how many years ago was this? 4 or 5 years ago? I think it was at least 4 years ago that I did this. And so I've had this notebook a while, but actually it goes back a little bit further than that. And here's something, one of the reasons why I'm going to hang on to this notebook here. I want to show you something here. These are notes. These don't mean anything to you. What these are measurements back when I was working with my dad, and we were measuring up to do a painting project together, and we were creating a bid. And these are all just foot measurements that he was noting. And actually, as I remember this, it was a wallpaper job, because he has sizing written down here, and he misspelled sizing. That was my dad. The anniversary of my dad's passing is coming up at the end of October. Well, this goes back to 2014 or 2015. So that's how long I've had this notebook, and I'm just now starting to fill it up. But to be able to see my dad's handwriting here on this notebook, I think that I'm going to go ahead and finish it up, because that would be something that he would want me to do, is that don't waste paper, finish up the notebook. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to hang on to it, because this is one of the few things I have that still has Dad's handwriting on it. So it's just kind of having a walk down memory lane here this morning on Morning Coffee. Technology should work for you, not against you. And at ThinkSpace IT, they are the ones to provide expert IT solutions that'll keep your business running smoothly and securely. Cybersecurity, cloud services, network management, tech support, they simplify IT so you can focus on what matters most. Stay protected, stay connected, stay ahead. Visit ThinkSpaceIT.com. Service Master Restore by Schmader knows it can be hard to get back to normal when you suffered serious property damage due to flooding, fire, or smoke. And I also know that Service Master Restore by Schmader is looking for some new staff. So get a hold of them if you have any experience in the restoration business, and I'm sure that Cindy Schmader would love to talk to you. So just go to Service Master Restore by Schmader. You can find them online. Kind of a long web address. You've seen it on the scroll that runs here along the bottom of the screen. But there's what I can tell you about Cindy is that she would be phenomenal to work for. I know she's phenomenal to interview, just tons of fun. We're going to get her back on the show again very, very soon. So Service Master Restore by Schmader. That's going to wrap up today's show, and also the week. Very grateful for you being a part of this here. We've got a lot of great shows coming up next week. We're going to have more candidate interviews with mayoral candidates and also city council candidates. With the election coming up, we have a primary very, very soon, and then the general election in November. So your voice matters. Get out there and vote when the time comes, especially in the primary. I think that that's one of those that tends to get overlooked, and turnout typically is very, very low. So join me in going out and voting in the primary election. Thank you so much for being a part of things. My name's Todd Studer. Have a great weekend.